What's up guys, DizzyPW here. We're in Motiga's hidden little room over here where all the really cool people get to play Gigantic and have some of the most amazing battles ever. We've got a fantastic gameplay video coming to you. It comes down to the wire, you're not going to want to miss it. But we want to talk to someone who actually makes such amazing matches happen. And so we have one of the map designers here to get a look at how Gigantic is bringing about the most revolutionary maps we've ever seen in the MOBA style gameplay. Can you please introduce yourself and what you do with Motiga?
All right, well my name is Kate and I am the senior level designer at Motiga. So I'm in charge of doing the layouts for the maps, deciding how much of elevation that we want for the spaces, and then making sure that the spaces really emphasize that you are battling these gigantic creatures, our guardians in the background, and having a world that tells a story and really emphasizes that gameplay.
And so how did you even go about starting that with these giant creatures, deciding what parts were destructible, how it would work with these different characters?
Honestly, it's a lot of trial and error, lots of iterations. We do daily playtests every day. We have members of the studio, they all log in and we all run through the maps and we decide that, hey, this area isn't really working out well, or wouldn't it be cool if we added this thing? And then later on in the match, there might be like a wall that crumbles and that would open up this space in the middle. So going back and forth and just doing small adjustments at first really helps us decide that, okay, this is the right direction to go in, and this maybe isn't working out as well as we thought it was going to work out in our minds.
And so you guys have been doing this for at least a year as far as we know, probably even longer than that. What are the key things you learned and changed about the two main maps leading up to the, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, but something big is coming soon.
Something big is coming soon. I guess a lot of things that we've learned about was how to make the interactions with the AI feel better. So now the Guardians will do things like they'll lean up over the rocks and they'll actually like stick their heads and stick their paws into little nooks and crannies and interact with the players or try to get at the players. So we wanted to design the maps that would feel natural to have these interactions. And that's been really fun. That's been one of the biggest challenges too, is trying to get the AI to make it feel like it is organic and it is something that is existing in this world. And that led us to some pretty different design changes for the next big thing that's coming out, where we were able to better build that environment.
And so why did you guys decide to go with the two map setup, and how do you think that's going to be actually implemented into matchmaking?
Well, it's only two maps right now. Part of my job will be to further expand our development for the maps. So we have our tutorial that's technically also a new map. So 3 maps. We'll have 3 maps. Yeah, we'll expect a lot more maps in the future. It's not just going to be those two. Those were the two that were playing well internally, so we decided to push the design a little bit further on those, and those were the ones that we were comfortable with showing to the public.
And so on the matchmaking question, are you guys leaning more towards a Heroes of the Storm randomized system for making people play these maps, or maybe more like you get a special bonus for winning each map each day?
I think it'll be more of a rotational queue, so if you play this one map this time, then the next time usually you'll be able to play the next map, just depending on the rotation. But we haven't quite figured it out and haven't quite settled out on which feels best so far, so I guess we'll see.
One last question. I've heard rumors you can actually knock people off of the map. What happens when you actually knock someone off of the map?
You get the kill credit for it, yeah. We call it cliff gaming, and it's really fun to throw down one of Sven's bounce potions and bounce someone off the edge of a cliff. Definitely a good strategy to learn and to implement.
Actually, I do have one more question. Okay. So, with the destruction of the map, it's mostly arches falling over, new ramps where you can get to new parts of the map. Have you guys considered actually breaking through the floor and creating floor hazards in the middle of the arena from this?
We've talked about it, but I won't say anything more than that.
That's exciting news. There's a lot of secret teasers in this, take it how you will, but just know that we'll all be playing this game very shortly, and if you don't intend to play this game very shortly, you're going to be playing something that isn't as good as this game, and I kind of feel bad for you for that. This is DizzyPW over at the Motiga booth, signing out.
Come with me.